Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is something I don't do that much, and it is responding to a vinyl community thread. Now, if you don't know what that is, or if you're new to this world, what that means is somebody starts a video and they hope that like it's a prompt, they hope that other people jump on the prompt and make a video. It's a good way to kind of get yourself out there for other channels to hear about you, and kind of a neat way to dig a little bit deeper into the collections. But yeah, as our buddy Gary at Physical Format says, this is really just a contest for people that are too cheap to give away a prize. That's right, Gary. But Mark Morris, who is starting this thread, my YouTube buddy here, Mark is very supportive of my channel and has participated in threads and contests that I've done over the last year or so. I think I've known of Mark now for a year or two now. And I felt like I really wanted to support Mark because he's such a nice guy and a really funny guy. If you go check out his channel, or if you know his channel, you know what I'm talking about. But his video will be linked below that started this thread. And what he wants us to do, and kind of the purpose of this, is to celebrate his dog Elsa's 10th anniversary. By anniversary, I mean birthday. You know what I'm talking about. Anniversary of being born. Let's go with that. But he has this neat idea called the Dog Days of Summer, where he wants us to show albums that have a dog on the cover photo, that have songs that talk about dogs, that come with, you know, a slice of bacon in the gatefold. You know, whatever you want to do, Mark is okay with it, so as long as he doesn't have to pay you any money. There we go. I've got a few albums here. I don't think they're ones that have been shown, but I frankly haven't watched all the videos, so what do I know? But anyway, I've got one album that has an actual dog on the cover, and then the rest are songs about dogs. So let's jump into this one first. This is John Prine and his album Lost Dogs and Mixed Blessings. This is from this is a reissue from 2025. I believe this is from 91, maybe 94. I don't know. I know. I think it might be 91. This has Howie Epstein is all over this album, from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I think Mike Campbell and Ben Montench are also on this album. As you can see, this is still sealed. I haven't opened it yet. This was a reissue from, like I said, a couple of years ago, and I'm happy to have it. I say a couple of years ago, from 2025. Although I probably should open it because some of the posters coming out. I should probably open this. But anyway, this is a really good kind of mid-career John Prine album. There's some good songs on here, like Humidity Built the Snowman is a great song. Lake Marie. There's this song called He Forgot That It Was Sunday. I Love You So Much It Hurts. Just a fantastic album. John Prine never made a bad album. And you can see there's dogs flying around there. So John Prine, he's got to show up on my channel, right? This is an artist that I talk about a lot, and really, really enjoy her stuff. This is Emily Nenny and her album Drive and Cry. This one is signed there, but really good stuff. She is on the New West label. Pretty traditional, like honky-tonk country, which I really like. And just has this like super like throwback voice from like the early 60s. But she has a song on here called Greatest Hits, and she's a big fan of dogs. She talks about her dog a lot. But there is in the chorus she says, piping hot lovin', ice cold beer, that double wide trailer we've honky-tonked at for years, time with the family, a big belly laugh, giving weed to my neighbors, patting my good dog on the back. So she talks about her dog on that song. And just a really, really good album. This is really good. She just came out with a new one called Moving Shoes, I believe, that just came out this year. That may end up in my end of year list. Who knows? So Emily Nenny and her song Greatest Hits. Next, this is one that I was like, yeah, this one really has to make it. this is Paul Simon and his album Hearts and Bones. This was the album just before Graceland. And I should also say, if you hear the fan in the background, that's because there is a fan right off camera over here. We just did some staining on a butcher block countertop, and we're trying to get the fumes out of here. So if I pass out, we're doing it all in the name of beauty for the butcher block. But anyway, Paul Simon, Hearts and Bones. Kind of an underappreciated album, because I think a lot of people look at this as like, oh, it's the precursor to Graceland, nowhere near as good as Graceland. And that's accurate. I mean, it's not as good as Graceland. Paul was kind of in that phase, like a lot of his contemporaries from like the 60s when they were doing albums in the 80s. This is from 1983. This is also a Punch Out. But he has a song on here. Well, first of all, there's some good stuff on here, like the song Train in the Distance. The title track is great. A song about the moon is probably my favorite, the late, great Johnny Ace. But there's a song on here called Renee and Georgette Magritte with their dog after the war. It's based off of a photo, which is on the inner sleeve there. And, Renee Magritte had some really kind of cool artwork that he did. And Paul Simon, I think, saw that in an art book and really was kind of infatuated with the line. But this is a great, listen. It's got the hype sticker on there. So Paul Simon, Renee and Georgette Magritte with their dog after the war. Next, this was the first one that I thought of. This is a really solid late career album by the Byrds. This is their album, The Ballad of Easy Rider, from 1969, I believe. It doesn't say. But it is not a soundtrack to the film Easy Rider, the Ballad of Easy Rider, I should say, although the song is used, and the Byrds song, Going Back, is used in that movie. But there's a song on here called Fido, which I believe is done by, is it John York who sings lead on that one? But just a solid little tune. It's not my favorite tune on here. The title track on this is really good. They do their version of Jesus Is Just All Right. They do the Bob Dylan song, It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. The beautiful Gene Parsons song, Tulsa County. Deportee is on here, the Woody Guthrie tune. So really, really solid. Gunga Din is also on there, the Gene Parsons track. But Easy Rider, The Ballad of Easy Rider, is a really solid Byrds album. And yeah, the song Fido fits the thread, Mark. Next, this is the debut by the Monkees. Now, those Monkee fans out there probably know what I'm talking about. It's the last song on here. It's the Black Eye on the album. It's called Gonna Buy Me a Dog, which is pretty much just this comedy bit between Mickey Dolenz and Davy Jones, where they're goofing around and laughing and doing funny voices, and it's just not good. But, only the best for Mark. Gonna Buy Me a Dog. That's all I really want to say about that song. And lastly, again, it's a Sam channel, so I've got to talk about this band. This is the group The Head and the Heart, who I talk about all the time, from Seattle, Washington. And this is their debut album, self-titled. And the opening track on this album is a song called Cats and Dogs, which is fantastic. My wife and I saw The Head and the Heart earlier this year, performed this album in its entirety for the 15th anniversary. Cats and Dogs is a great little minute and a half little ditty, which I really like. It's got this great intro where the drumsticks are hitting the rim of the drum, so it's got this clicking sound, and then the piano comes in, the doom 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 doom. It's really, really good. So Cats and Dogs by The Head and the Heart. So there you go, Mark. Hopefully that's not too long. Everybody go subscribe to Mark. His stuff is below, and we will see you on the next one. Do this thread. Do it for Mark. Take care.